Hi everyone, my name is Grace and I'm a former Stemming Up student and will be your moderator and co-speaker for today. A little about me is that I'm going to my second year of psychology at Western University and I have an interest in user research, marketing, and product design. I'm also the VP of marketing at the Women in Technology Society and I'm super excited to be here today. So to kind of get started, I'm going to go over today's schedule. We will be sharing with you more information about the Stemming Up program and also share with you why you should join. Additionally, we will have a panel discussion with former students from the program as well as one of our amazing coaches. They will share their journey along with some tips on how to embrace STEM careers. This info session was also created to help you understand the application process and to help you have a successful application in the program.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Doina and I'm the founder and CEO of VOLUTION. And we are super excited to have you here and to learn more about the Stamina program. Um, I founded the organization because I realized that young women from diverse backgrounds who are interested in pursuing careers in STEM might need some extra support that didn't exist at the time. I wanted to see more diversity included at the table because it was very important to me that everyone was included in the development of the future and not simply live in it. That is why the Stamina program was created.
That is an amazing reason itself to join the Stemming Up program. Thank you so much, Donna. And so what is this program about? Stemming Up is a 4-week course preparing 13 to 7-year-old girls for a career in technology. This is Stemming Up's 4th year, and in the past, we have worked with girls in small groups where they learn about business and technology in a very engaging way. We work with companies such as Shopify to help young women explore the fundamentals of computer science. We also include industry professionals from various companies who facilitate various sessions in the program and help inspire participants while allowing for learning opportunities as they are happening in the workforce today. The program can span to 2 years with participants increasingly challenged with real-world problems. We work with challenge partners that are real companies with real business challenges, and participants will have the opportunity to solve them through skills they develop in the program. For the first time ever, we will be extending the program for students so that they can work on their projects beyond the program. The reason why we do this is because we heard numerous students asking for this opportunity, and some have worked on their own to finish their projects for extra learning opportunities. One of our goals has always been to provide participants with the opportunity to extend their skills and work on their projects from the beginning to the end. With that, they will have an extra valuable skill to add to their resume to support their post-secondary education and scholarship applications. And when they are ready to start, this will help them with their career journey. So what does this mean? The participants will have the opportunity to work beyond the program for a couple of extra months to finalize their projects. Each team for each cohort will be assigned a business challenge and they will engage in a healthy competition with each other. At the end of the 4 weeks, the challenge partner, along with a panel of judges, will select a winning solution from each team. That means the winning solution is selected to be finalized. However, the other team can join and they too can work with a team of experts and learn just as much from them.
Thank you, Grace. So, aside from how much students can learn in the program, why should you all join Stamina? This is a great question. Well, Stamina Up allows young women to learn many skills such as design thinking, coding, app building, front and back end development, prototyping, analytical thinking, UX design, business and leadership skills. Young women will apply all these skills in their challenges that solve real life problems. Some of the challenges revolve around issues that arose during COVID-19, and this year we'll work on bringing the solutions to life. The challenges will be tackled in a group work and will help build participants' portfolio, hence forming and upgrading their resume further. By joining the Stamina program, you'll also unlock the doors to the VOLUTION community, which is full of many resources and amazing people.
In addition to having fun and learning so much, the Stemming Up program also provides participants with a mentor. students have the opportunity to be mentored during this next school year for career coaching and guidance. This is where personal and career goals are set, and a mentor and participant will work on whatever you need to be in order to assist you with your job search or your post-secondary application.
Thank you, Grace. So during the seminar program, VOLUTION offers a need-based bursary depending on your attendance in the program. It can total up to $200 per week. So the total can be up to $800. The program is free for qualifying students, and priority will be given to applicants who come from low-income households. We're encouraging everyone to apply, and in order to make this program accessible, non-low-income applicants will be paying a fee geared to income. Basically, what that means is that once we evaluate your application and your income, we will send you communication with the fee, if any. We always aim to make the program as affordable as possible for you. With that, we will also offer a $50 or more Wi-Fi subsidy to students that come in the program and that cannot pay for the internet. We know that the internet is not accessible for everyone, and we are working very hard to break some of these barriers. To add to this, we will lend laptops to participants in the program, and they can keep it until their project is finished. And we encourage them to use it for their schoolwork as well. We work with partners who donate the laptops to us to ensure everyone has this tool for the program. The application has one question that asks if you have a laptop. Please be sure to check that if you need one. It is very important to note that we work with a limited number of laptops and that priority will be given to applicants from low-income households.
As you heard from Doina, the Stemming Up program offers young women so many opportunities, and the experience of the program is so much fun. I know because I was in the program myself, and the panel of speakers we brought in to share with you will share some of these experiences. I will be passing on the virtual mic to Doina to introduce the panel.
Thank you, Grace. So let me introduce the panel. We have Grace, although she's not on the slide, she will still answer some questions. We have Jayda, Daniela, Sean, and Ariane to the panel. They are former students from the Stamina program. But we'll also have Brownwin, our amazing coach from Shopify, who was a coach last year, and she will continue to be a coach with us this year. This is what I was told, so we're very excited. We will start with everyone taking turns to share their full name and your current occupation and the year of or years that you were in the program. So let's start with Jayda. Then we're going to go to Daniela, then Ariane, then Grace, then Sean, and then we'll end with Brownwin.
Hi, I'm Jayda. I'm currently a second year at York University, and I'm going to the computer science program. And I was in the Stemming Up program in 2019.
Daniela?
Hi, my name is Daniela. I'm currently going to Bishop Ellen Academy. I'm in grade 11, and I'm not sure where I will study in the future.
Thank you, Daniela. Ariane?
Hello, everyone. I'm Ariane, and I'm currently in grade 12, and I go to Lamoureux CI.
And which year were you in the Stamina program?
I was in the 2020 and 2019 cohort.
Yes. Thank you, Ariane. Grace?
Yeah, so I'm Grace. I'm going to my second year of psychology at Western University, and I was part of the Stemming Up 2019 and 2020 cohort.
Thank you. Sean.
Hi, everyone. My name is Shang. I'm currently in grade 12 at Victoria Park Collegiate Institute, and I was in the Stemming Up program for the past 2 years.
Thank you. And Bronwyn, our coach.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn, and I've been at Shopify for a little over a year now, and I graduated software engineering in 2018, and as Doina said, I was a coach last year and will be a coach again this year.
Thank you. So, all right, let's start with our questions for this panel. So, Jayda, I'm going to start with you. As a former Steven Up participant, what was one thing that you liked the most about the program and why?
I think one thing I liked the most about the program was that I was able to learn skills that I wouldn't learn elsewhere and from industry professionals. So for example, I've never taken business courses, but there were entrepreneurs who came in and talked about marketing and business ideation and skills that I wouldn't have learned if I hadn't actually gone out and taken a business course. So that was really cool that I got to learn things from a different discipline than what I was already studying.
Thank you. I'm actually going to ask this question to both Daniela and Ariane. So you both had the opportunity to be in the program with us for 2 years in person as well as virtually. And I think that Sean can also answer this question as well. If you can tell us about the program being online last year, can you give the audience today a word of encouragement when it comes to online learning? So we're going to start with Daniela.
So while I had the opportunity to attend the program in 2019 and 2020, I was unsure of how it would work online. But while figuring out with everybody else, I wasn't afraid anymore of how the program would work. And I felt like I had a sensation that like we could all do this together.
Thank you, Daniela. Ariane?
Yeah, so of course, after hearing about the situation, I felt sad that I would not be able to kind of like reunite with the people I met last year. I remember commuting back home and like hanging out with some of the people from the program, which was pretty cool. But due to COVID, the program pivoted to a virtual one. Regarding online learning, keep on going. I understand how hard it is for everyone, and we've never faced something like this before, but you can use this adversity as an opportunity to become resilient and kind of like figure out, or you can even like make use of the free time you have to pursue your other passions. And then one day in the future, you look back and reminisce about how online learning or that COVID, that really weird year shaped you as a person today or
Thank
in
you,
the
Ariane.
future.
Thank you. Sean, you can answer this question as well.
Yeah, so adding on to what Daniela and Ariane said, when I heard it was going to be online last year, I was concerned about the interactivity of the program and not being able to have the same experience when it was online. And I understand that many participants might be concerned about this too, especially since because of COVID, we've already had more than 1 year of online school. And one of the things I liked most about the Stemming Up program is the supportive environment. And I was really impressed at how the team was able to replicate that last year, even in a virtual setting. So my advice is don't worry, because you're going to have a bunch of mentors and also fellow students that are so happy to reach out and help you. And you're going to meet people that you really want to keep in contact with after the program ends.
Thank you. Thank you, Sean. Grace, I know that you have been in the program with us for 2 years as well, but you are actually right now, after the program, after you've done Stemming Up, you went to university. How do you feel that this program has helped you?
Yeah, for sure. And like when I first joined Stemming Up in my first year, it was the summer before grade 12. And like Stemming Up really helped me like discover my interest in like STEM and like computer science as a whole. Because before that, I didn't know that much about like tech field. I thought tech was all about coding, but there's so much more to that, like UX, UI design, product design, project management. And so like I kind of found my calling as Stemming Up, which is why I'm like taking computer science courses in university now and coming back to Stemming Up, because it was just a great learning opportunity. And I got to like get really insightful information about like industries and different careers from this program.
Thank you, Grace. Bronwyn, so as we mentioned earlier, we do have coaches in the program, and Bronwyn has been with us from Shopify. And Bronwyn, I'm going to ask you these questions. Can you please share with us what made you decide to get involved with the program as a coach?
So when I was in high school, there wasn't really programs like this, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do when I went to university. So I just picked engineering because it sounded like a mix between science and math. And I didn't really know what it was though. And then so because did that, I switched twice when I was in university and ended up in software engineering. I really believe stemming up gives opportunities for people to find what they enjoy. It might not necessarily give you exactly where you want to go, but it gives you an idea of what's out there, and it like provides a supportive environment for you to learn all these things and ask questions and talk to people who have similar interests as you. So it's really important. And because I didn't have that, I want to like make sure that I can support others so they don't have to go through what I went through.
Thank you so much. We actually really appreciate that because we coaches are such an important part of our program. It's so important to have role models. So thank you for that. Jayda, so after the program, you got accepted at York University in the software engineering program. Before this, I'm sure you faced some challenges entering STEM. So can you tell us about that, and how do you feel about it now? How do you feel about STEM now?
Yeah, for sure. So I think in the program, it's definitely a really different environment from any other like programs or even in classes that I've done. And that's definitely true for currently in like an engineering program, because I was really used to being maybe one of at most three girls in the room. So it was really great to be surrounded by other girls who have a passion for STEM. And it was also really easy to get to know each other. And I've kept in touch with a lot of them, some of the people here included. And being in such a supportive environment helped me gain confidence in my skills and abilities. So now in university, being one of the few girls in a class is not like intimidating anymore.
Yeah, thank you, Jayda. So I'm going to ask Daniela and Sean. Sean, how do you feel the program has helped you with your future goals? Let's start with Daniela.
So the program has helped me because it introduced me to a bunch of different stuff that I didn't even know existed, like business management. I just had a vague idea. But with like all the mentors were there in the program, they they were so well informed in a way that like I could understand, and just like gave me a better view of like what I could do in the future.
Thank you, Daniela. Sean?
Yeah, so it's similar to what Bronwyn said earlier, but I really don't know what I want to study. Throughout high school, people were always asking me, what university do you want to go to? What do you want to study? What do you want to do when you grow up? And my answer was always, I don't know, because I didn't really know what opportunities were available out there. Especially as an IB student, I didn't have the opportunity to take many electives in school, so I never seriously considered computer science or technology as a potential career until I attended Stemming Up. Mostly because I didn't see myself as the type of person who would be successful in computer science, but Stemming Up helped me realize that there were so many opportunities out there that I wasn't aware of before. So in terms of how it has helped me with my future goals, it's really helped me with keeping an open mind and understanding that no matter where I choose to go for university or what I choose to study, computer science is always a valuable skill and a potential career for me.
Thank you. Okay, Ariane, so you are one of the students that when you came in our program in 2019, and then before you went back in the program in 2020, you decided to join a team of volunteers and students to take part in finishing the project. And to be honest, this is the reason why we got inspired to add that to our program. And so, now, students will be able to work on the project from the beginning to the end. And I wonder if you can talk a little bit about how you benefited from the experience and why do you think this is important for students to consider?
That's great to hear that they are implementing the changes. That feature of the program. Helping out in finishing the project was a great learning experience for me. Aside from getting involved in a collaborative environment, I was able to get my hands dirty and learn more about what it takes to build an e-commerce website.
Mm-hmm.
To be specific, our team touched on marketing, designing, and coding the actual store of a local business owner using Shopify partners. So I'm definitely excited for the future participants of the program, and I hope they enjoy it.
Thank you, Ariane. Bronwyn, as a coach in the program and a woman in Take Yourself, why do you think it is important for young women to consider opportunities like what STEM Up has to offer, including working on a project from beginning to the end?
So as I said before, I think it's a great opportunity just to learn more what's out there, because sometimes it's hard to visualize what jobs exist if you don't actually get to experience it. So I think that's really important. And it's such a big project, or it can be. So I feel like it's really important to learn how to go through a project like that, because I feel like most school projects last like a month or two. I just finished at work a year-long project, which is probably the longest thing I've ever done. And it's a different experience. So having something like this will prepare you for the real world, and it teaches you more about teamwork and how to like push through roadblocks, which is really important. And you have that sense of accomplishment that you did this, and that's amazing. And I'm just so excited to see what everyone does.
Yeah, me too. I'm actually excited that we get to finish the project. For us, the biggest goal with that is that we want the young women in the program to have something to point towards to when they are applying for a job, because it's so important to show up to a job interview with something that you've already done to show that you have experience. But also, when you apply for your college or university, when apply for scholarships, to say I was involved in something that I did myself with a team of people, and I deserve all these opportunities basically. So that's what we're hoping to do with that.
Yeah,
So
that's
thank
an
you.
amazing idea. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's so good, because sometimes it's hard to like come up with ideas yourself, or if you're trying to do a project by yourself. So working as a team is a great opportunity to make something that's more
working
complex.
as a team, and they also get the opportunity to work in real business. So this is something that's going to last for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something that they could actually pinpoint to and says, this is my project, I was part of this. And that's a great reference that they could use for, even the business, they could use them as reference for the job applications, for college applications. So what an amazing opportunity. And it's an end product. You get to see something. It's different when you have a pitch deck with an idea, but it's a different experience when you have the end product. And this is kind of something that it's actually used out there. It's such a great feeling. So yeah, thank you. So I know that up until now, our program was only offered in the GTA, but thank God for the pandemic. To be optimistic about it is something that good came out of it, is that we get to do this stuff virtually, which means that now we get to open up our program to students in Ontario. It's something that we do again for the first time. We have 2 firsts this year, which is great. And so I want to ask the panelists, like, if you can take turns and talk about, like, why, why do you think this is a good opportunity? Why do you think it's important for students from the STEM Up program to work from when they live across Ontario and not just in the same city? So we'll start with Browning. So if you want to start this, and then we can just go along the panel.
So I'm located in Ottawa, so I wouldn't have been able to volunteer otherwise. So that's really exciting for me. It gives me more opportunities to help everyone. So that's exciting. In my job, I currently work, most of my coworkers are actually located in Vancouver. So I feel like this just gives you the tools to be successful in learning how to work remotely, working with virtual things. People say that this might be happening more in the future. So I feel like it's a good tool to have, and you're already a step ahead. And just having different areas, and that just means more diversity of thoughts and ideas. So it's just going to make the end product even better, because I totally believe different ideas and collaboration makes the best product. So
thank you. Ariane, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, personally, I'm a big fan of the mentorship program. Specifically this year, I was partnered up with Jayda, And then she currently works at a bank. And like, if I didn't participate in the Stemming Up program, I would have never met a person who works at a bank, if that makes sense. Because like, I basically had the opportunity to meet a professional who actually works in the industry, which is really nice. So then I was able to learn about her, what her responsibilities are, and basically like her day-to-day kind of like life, and also ask for some career advice. And aside from that, I also try to like, when you get the opportunity, try to like maximize what you have and just like really advocate for yourself. So then, since I come from like a low income background, then I definitely asked for help in terms of like scholarship feedback. So I asked for my mentor's feedback in terms of my essays, and I think that it really helped me out in the application process. So definitely, Stemming Up program gives you a lot of resources during the program and even after the program. So definitely, I hope that you apply, and yes.
Thank you. And how do you feel about this opportunity given to girls from across Ontario versus just GTA? Do you think that's good or that's bad? What do you think?
I think that's an amazing since it like targets a bigger audience, and it would like have like more people, like a more pool of applicants, and it can impact or like have that tangible impact to people or like women across the province. Yeah, and it's great that the program is expanding. I hope that you apply to whoever is watching this.
Thank you, Ariane. Sean, how do you feel about the program opening across Ontario?
Yeah, so one of the reasons that Stemming Up is such a great program is that it's very interdisciplinary. So it's not just a coding boot camp. And through hearing from guest speakers and working on your project, you get to learn transferable skills like public speaking, writing a business plan, and design thinking that will help you no matter where or what you choose to study. So I think it's a really great opportunity for all students across Ontario, especially if you feel like you don't really have access to extracurriculars or a support environment inside school to expose you to these opportunities. So you really don't need to want to pursue a career in computer science right now to learn or to benefit from Stemming Up.
Thank you. Grace, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, so kind of like I mentioned before, how like STEMing Up really helped me like discover other professions in the tech field. I think the program would be super beneficial for all girls across Ontario, because before I joined STEMing Up, I never thought about putting myself in a career in STEM, or like even pushing myself to learn about like different careers in STEM. So after joining STEMing Up, I discovered my interest in like UX design, product management, product design. And I'm really happy that I got to join this program, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be pursuing these interests I have today.
Thank you, Grace. And Daniela?
Yeah, so Stemming Up isn't just like a coding program. It has several other things. So while years ago I wouldn't have ever thought that I should take the time to learn anything about code, Stemming Up gave me the opportunity to think about how I can see myself in the future doing something with STEM. And it makes me happy to hear that they will be expanding throughout Ontario, so more people have a chance to apply.
Thank you. Jayda, how do you feel about the program going across Ontario?
Yeah, I think the program is such an incredible opportunity to take advantage of. Like for me, learning from industry professionals during the program, and then like Ariane mentioned, having a mentor after the program who's an industry professional and has like that insight allowed me to continue learning and applying the things I was taught, such as like learning the software engineering lifecycle, learning industry standard like technical skills like GitHub and Flask. And I think the program is hugely beneficial to anyone who has an interest in STEM, like business or tech. And being able to collaborate with students and learn from mentors across Ontario, I think will open up a lot of new doors for all the participants.
Yes, thank you, Jayda. Yes, the reason why we're very excited to open this across Ontario, because we know programs like this are not available across Ontario, and there will be opportunities given to young women that generally wouldn't have access to this. So we are making an effort to make sure everyone is included. So thank you all. So my last question for the day is for Bronwyn. So looking back at when you were in high school and considering where you are today, if you were to be able to go back in time, what advice would you give yourself now to your high school self?
Maybe trying to find a program like Stemming Up. There, as I said, there wasn't many at the time. Maybe I could have pushed harder to try and find some. But even then, I think a really big thing is I told myself I was going to stick to one program and I was going to make it through. And I would say it's okay to switch your degrees. I switched twice. I still graduated. I still have a great job. And I learned things along the way. I was in aerospace engineering, and then I went to business, and then I went into software engineering. And it's okay to do that, and it's okay to not know what you want to do. We talk a lot about how stemming up's great for like figuring out what you want to do, but it's okay if it doesn't tell you exactly what you want to do. That's why you talk to people like me. Like that's why I love coming and like people asking me these questions, because I want people to be reassured. It's okay to change your mind if it's not something you're passionate about. Because you'll work better and you'll be happier if it's something you're excited about. And I think you'll have better work if you, and I don't lost my train of thought. You'll just, the products and your like outcomes will be better if it's something you're enjoying versus something you're just like, oh, I should be doing this. And I feel like that's very important.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. I think that the seminar program gives the girls the opportunity to try so many different things and to, to be introduced to so many different things. Mm-hmm. This is why we included some business skills along with coding and pitching, which is such a valuable skill to have, because I think you can have all the skills possible, but if you don't have confidence to sell yourself for an interview or anywhere in the world, it's kind of hard to get those opportunities that you will need for the future. So not to brag about the program too much, but I think it's offering some great opportunities. So this is why we really hope that everyone will apply. So with that, I want to say thank you to all the panelists for speaking about your experience. And we hope that all the panelists were going to motivate you and give you some insight about the STEMing Up program and the STEM in general. So thank you.
Yeah. So now we can kind of move on to talk about how you can apply and the application process. So you can apply at hervolution.org/stemming-up, where you click Students Apply Here, and you will see a Google form with all the questions. Applications are due on June 15, 2021 at 11:59 p.m. We advise that you collect all the information before you sit down to complete the application. And our best advice given from other applicants is that you should copy and paste all the questions into a document that you can edit. And then once you complete all the questions, you can copy and paste them onto the form and then submit it. And now Donna can talk about what you need in your application.
Sure, thank you, Grace. So yes, so the STEMing Up application includes 3 main components, or I could say maybe 4. But what you will need is a school, like a reference from school or a teacher. You can actually ask your school or your teacher, your favorite teacher, you can ask them for a reference. We understand that right now it's hard to, to meet with them in person and explain what you need, and you need to do this versus, instead of in person, you might need to send an email or a phone call. So we are okay with you just asking for permission for a reference. And by permission, meaning ask your teacher or your school, if, anyone in your school, if you can use them as a reference. And what you need to get for us is their name, email, and their phone number. If they want to send you a letter, then that's fine too. Make sure it's on the letterhead, the school's letterhead. The second letter that you will need as a second letter of reference. That can be from like an agency or a mentor or a guidance counselor, any other program that you have participated in the past. We know that many students have to complete their 40 hours of volunteer work. So any volunteer work that you've done in the past, you can go there and ask them for reference. Just the same, if you cannot get an actual letter of reference, you can ask for permission and ask for their name, their email, their phone number. Also, you might also want to add their occupation, just, what is it that they do, so that when we call them, we want to make sure that we call the right person. So yeah, that should be fine. You can submit that into the application. Some people have asked us, what should I include in a letter? What do you want to see in the letter of reference? Honestly, all that we want to know is, you are a student that loves to learn, a student that participates in other activities, a student that is very interested in STEM, and you actually want to be part of this program. And, in their opinion, why should you be accepted in the program? Some other things that we need for you to do is to give us a list of courses or a transcript from school. So again, you might not be able to get an actual document from school, considering that everything is virtual right now. So we know it could be tough, but you can write on a Word doc the courses that you're taking, and then you can send that to us. Another thing that we need is a parental or media consent form. There's a link on the application, and you can download the form from there, and you ask the parents to fill it out and sign it and submit it to us. Because we young women are under 18, we do need to know that the parents are informed about what they're doing with us for all this stuff, so they're aware of that they participate in the program. So this is why we need the parents to sign that form. And so also, what's very important for you to consider is that what we want is for you to enter your income for the family. What does that mean? Is like, mom, dad, basically that's kind of what we care about. If you live with your cousins, doesn't really matter, or anybody else in the family, just mom and dad, what is their income, total income for the household? This is to help us figure out who is low income and who isn't. We do not ask for proof of income during the application. However, at some point we may need that for our records and for audits. With that said, if a family does not want to disclose the income, we cannot consider them low income when they ask us to waive their fee. We may accept you in the program. However, the acceptance may come with a fee. So we just want you to be aware of that. Before you apply, please check out the yearbooks. On the application, there's two links, one with the yearbook from 2019 and one with the yearbook from 2020 from the program. And then you get to see the adventures that students took part in, and it will help you get a better feel of what the program is about. Also, I was going to say, if you have any issues with the application, please make sure you send an email send us an email, contact us so that we can help you with that. So before we end, I wanted to give a huge gratitude to our partners and sponsors for the program. Without them, this program would not be possible. And some of the partners that are listed here, like Shopify, Citrix, Conrad, and Zapata Computing, will actually participate as either coaches or mentors, or you get to see them in the morning. So you get to meet people that work at these companies, which is really great. So with that, I wanted to say thank you to everyone thank you for the panelists, and thank you for everyone who gets to watch this. And hopefully we get to see you this summer in the program. So thank you so much. Grace?
Yeah, so I can kind of take it away now. So that kind of concludes our presentation. And I want to thank everyone for participating and making this event fun and engaging. Please be sure to join our Discord. The link will be in the chat. And follow us on Instagram at hEr_VOLUTION, where we will be posting the remaining answers on our stories. You can also engage with us there and ask more questions to help you prepare for the summing up application and program. Thanks again and have an amazing day.